Wow, what a game. Really so proud of our team. I told our team, I said, that is so cool that we could be on the road in a situation where we're down 13-0 at half. Nothing really went our way the first half.
20-0.
No, not at the first half, at halftime. And then they score a touchdown in the third quarter to go up 20-0. And our guys just kept believing, kept competing. Just felt really good about the way they were at halftime. They were just so confident, and they had joy, which we asked them to have. They have a great. It was just super cool to just see them go out and compete. And even though we wound up giving up that touchdown to start the third quarter, I thought our guys just did such a fantastic job of going down, kicking a field goal, making it 20-3, then getting a stop, getting a score, getting a stop, getting a score, getting a stop, getting a score, and then getting that final stop and being able to run out the clock. Just special game.
You've talked a lot this year about complementary football, like you said at the end there. What do you feel like led to that little momentum and that run at the end, and what can you guys carry forward into next week?
Well, I mean, I think, I just think the fact of the matter is we just did what we're supposed to do. We played good football. We played sound football. We covered. We rushed the passer. We tackled really, really well. When the opportunities were there, they didn't get any leaky yardage. We were able to make some negative plays. Offensively, we were able to stay in the positive most of the second half. That's a really good football team. That's a 4-0 team that just went on the road and beat a good Wisconsin team, and now we went on the road, and now we're sitting at 4-1, and I think that our team is just getting better.
What was so hard about moving the ball in the first 3 quarters for the most part?
Well, there wasn't a lot of possessions. That first half, I think we had 21 plays with like 6 minutes left in the second quarter. We had threw an interception early, which was unfortunate, and then had a 3-and-out, and then had a 10-play drive or 11-play drive that we couldn't finish, and got stopped on fourth down, I believe it was, but next thing you know, we're in a 2-minute, and got a turnover from McKell, and just couldn't get it going, and then they play good defense. They're a good defense. This team leads the nation in turn takeaways. They lead the nation in sacks. They were letting up 10.7 points a game. That's a good team, and that's what these battles are going to be. We are definitely not in the Pac-12 anymore, and in the Big Ten, these games are going to be 2 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns, and that's what it's going to look like. And I think that was a prime example of just another, great football game.
What did this game teach you about your team? Did you learn anything new about who they are, about their attitude, or did this just reinforce what you already knew?
Well, it reinforced what our message has been, but you don't know how your team's ever going to respond, down 20-0. You can't ever replicate that. You can't emulate that. You can't talk in training camp about what if we're down 20-0. That now let's go out and practice. So you have to just see what it's going to look like, and I just saw a team that was very confident. They were very confident at halftime, and confidence makes all the difference in the world, and that's really what it all came down to.
In the first half, Malik Washington just looked like he didn't even get touched. He had it all day back there, but it looked like in the second half, things had to speed up for him a little bit. What was the adjustment you made to get to him?
Yeah, I think Coach Walt and the defensive staff did a great job of mixing some coverages so it wasn't as clean of a picture, and then did a great job with the rush package to be able to add a pressure here, add a pressure there. I thought our edge rushers started really pushing the pocket, so he started feeling it a little bit more. I thought Jacob Lane, Isaiah Ward, Deshaun Lynch, they started showing up a little bit more in the pass rush. But, we'll have to look at the tape to see exactly what happened. But I think in the end, you start feeling a game. You start feeling a game swing. Momentum's real.
What's good? I write articles for Jewish newspapers, and in the spring I wrote an article on Todd Golden.
Okay.
And I brought Florida good luck.
Yeah, good. I'll take the luck.
They won the national title, and you went to Florida.
I did.
So maybe I'm a Maryland fan. Congratulations. So here, that's for you.
Thank
Hopefully
you.
You can sign the ball like Todd did.
Sure.
Who inspired you to be in coaching?
Way back in the day, my mom's significant other inspired me, and Coach Bill Rocca, who was the head coach at West Essex High School, Bergen Catholic High School, and Hackensack High School. And when I was a little kid, I watched film all day long with him, and it was pretty cool. and ball boyed for all the games back up in New Jersey from when I was 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and been able to really learn the love of the game, and then have a chance to go to Florida and be with Coach Berger.
And then you were also like all-state in tennis.
I was.
But
I'm back at it now too. I want to shout out our men's and women's tennis team at University of Washington that are providing hitting partners for me at 7 a.m. During the week, and it's helping my mental.
And have you ever experienced anti-Semitism as a coach?
I have not.
Okay, that's good to hear.
Yes, it is.
Jedd, Damon said that they really tried to scheme Denzel out of this game in that first half. He said a lot of it was taking what they were giving you. What did you see them giving you, and how did you guys get Denzel back involved at the end?
I would say that they did a really nice job of replicating parts of the plan that Coach Patricia had in place with either rotating a safety over the top of the receiver, even though it looked like man coverage, they wound up getting a couple doubles. It's why the other receivers started popping. A lot of the underneath stuff started showing up. I think we started hitting Decker underneath. We hit a few times. We hit Raiden a couple times. They wound up, we kind of changed it up, Desmond Roebuck. The other receivers started being able to benefit from it. And then the second half, when we started going more tempo, it kind of took them out of some of their double calls and led Denzel to start making some more plays.
The left side of your line, you're missing Carver Willis, you lost John Mills. How'd Max McCree do, and how's
John
doing?
Yeah, I don't know exactly where we are with John. Obviously, it's always challenging when you lose guys up front. But what I've been saying this year, very different than a year ago. We have a lot more depth. Pocky went in, and Pocky was in a competition all throughout training camp. Pocky played the first 2 or 3 games of the season. We were rotating, I think, every third series because you got to plan for injuries. It's a violent game, and those things happen. And the more depth you can build as a program, the better team you can have. And we needed depth today, and depth showed up.
Was there any thought of moving Drew over to left tackle?
No. We feel good about Max.
You mentioned feeling like guys were confident at halftime. What does that look like? What made you think that? What are guys doing? What are they talking about?
Yeah, well, you could. There's an energy you can feel. You can either feel a quiet, a locker room that looks down, a locker room that looks disappointed, a locker room that looks discouraged, or you could see a locker room that says they just played 30 minutes, now we play 30 minutes, and now these 30 minutes we're going to go win. And that's what this one felt like. There was a little hooting and hollering, a little bounce in the step, and a little bit like, hey, offense, we're going to get you the ball back. Hey, defense, we're going to score. And when you hear them talking and you hear that communication, you feel a lot better about going out in the second half and being able to do what we did.
Did you see any of that last year with the 2024 team, or is that a new thing with this group?
I just think each year is a different year. I can't really remember, many situations, but you always look for it. But I think this team is very close. This team is this team is young. And young guys that don't experience some of these things before just feel like, hey, we're going to go out and win. And that's what they did, which is pretty awesome.
Do you think the travel had anything to do with this sleepy start today?
I don't. I thought that our guys really handled the travel really well. I think Maryland had to do with the start. I think Maryland's a very good football team, and I really am impressed. I think Coach Loxley does a fantastic job with his program, and we had a great battle there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, please.
Damon, but what changed for you guys offensively in that fourth quarter?
I would say, just having our backs against the wall and knowing that if we didn't do what we had to do, then we knew the game was over. So just going out there with that mindset that take it one play at a time, don't try to force ourselves back into the game, and I feel like the game just came to us.
What was so hard about trying to move the ball in the first half?
Yeah, they gave us some looks we weren't really prepared for, just as far as, changing it up, trying to get Denzel out of the game and continue to just give us a variety of looks. And once we got it kind of honed in on what they were doing, we kind of figured it out at that.
What was it specifically that they changed?
Yeah, just trying to cloud us a lot, trying to eliminate the big play, and just trying to keep working the ball down the field.
What did the coach say at halftime?
Yeah, just continue to go back to your basics, do what you've been taught, do what you've been preparing for, really your whole life, and continue to just trust God and understand that.
Jacob, what's it been like just being able to play these last 2 weeks? How are you feeling? How do you feel today?
I feel good, ready to keep going, get my reps up, but I feel good just being back with the team. We got the W.
What does it say about this group that, 20 points down, you guys were still fighting?
Oh yeah, we knew second quarter we were gonna win this game. Coach Fisch told us keep swinging, keep fighting. We knew the offense was gonna get together. Defense, we just had to keep making plays, and ended up coming with a dub.
Either one of you sound, I mean, I'm down there, and I saw a lot of chippiness going on, specifically from the other side. What was going on with all that?
I would say, they just try to get in our head. West Coast kids, they, I don't know, they just feel like they get under our skin and, just talk a lot and, do a lot of chippy stuff. But by the end of the game, he was just shaking it up.
Losing John Mills, did that have any impact, or did you notice anything?
No, John's a great player, and our mentality is next man up, and we'll always have that mentality no matter who it is, and just continuing to, harp in on everybody being locked in at practice to understand that at any moment they'll get a chance.
You mentioned that they were trying to take Denzel away. What did you guys do, especially in that fourth quarter, to get him so involved?
I would say just taking what the defense was giving us, continuing to move the ball down the field. Slowly but surely, we knew they were going to have to come up at some point, and when they did, we made them pay it then.
What were they giving you? Like, what were they trying to get you guys to do?
Yeah, they were just trying to get us to, drive the ball down the field, just one play at a time, no chunk plays, continuing to just, stay locked in and focus with that.
Or is there one play that you can think of that maybe started turning the tide a little bit? And also, Jacob, was there a play on defense that you think started to turn the tide a little bit?
I wouldn't say it's just one play. I just say, like, the fact that defense got stopped and offense kept scoring, and we just kept the momentum going throughout the whole game. Yeah,
I would say the same thing. I don't feel like it was a certain play. I would say more it was like at the break, at the halftime, we knew our backs were against the wall. We knew we came out not how we wanted to, especially offensively, and just knowing that at some point we was going to have to click and for us to win the game.
DeJuan, you guys were, I think, 1 of 11 on third down against Ohio State, 1 of 6 in the first half today. What changed on those situational downs for you guys in the second half?
Yeah, just taking what the defense was giving us, letting my guys run after catch and, just getting them the ball in space.
Jacob, I know Coach Fisch talked on Monday kind of about how you've got a redshirt year available and who knows what eligibility rules are going to look like. Is that a week-to-week thing? I mean, are you committed to playing every game the rest of the season, or how are you guys kind of looking at that?
I don't know yet. That's something I got to talk to Coach Fisch about. But I'm here if the team needs.
You've been, sidelined watching this defense play. What would you describe the identity of this defense, and where do you feel like you fit in particularly well?
I feel like our identity is just like we're just gonna keep fighting no matter what happens. I go out there and I tell us no matter what quarter, what's the score, we're gonna keep playing till the whistle's blown. And I feel like we did that, and I feel like I bring that little edge to the defense.
One more question.
Jacob, the defense was missing so many guys today. What did you see from some of the guys who had to step up into those roles? Isaiah, Dylan, some of those kind of guys.
But yeah, like DeMond said, we got that next man up mentality, and I feel like those guys did great job coming in and replacing the other guys.
All right, thank you.